today's Monday, week 1. We got 10 meters, 10 meters, 30 meters, 50 meters, 3 times 10, 2 times 30, 1 or 2 times 50, and it's 10 meters is heavy sled pulls, which is just resistance heavy, 30 light, and then 50 unresisted. The session for this week is going to be focused on getting the legs down, getting the technique so that we can land with my legs slightly bent, because this is straight. So once we can get it slightly bent, we can move. I think I've had some success, but not actually on the track. So I like to run, so it's something I just run and find out. So we're going to try and see if we can get down today, which is really going to happen at a 30-50 meter, not so much the 10, because the 10 is a step back. So once we get that, we'll see what we can do. Today's Wednesday. We've got 2 30-meter flies and 2 8-meter sprints, 8 minutes rest between the both. 30 meters with a 30-meter build-up, and the 8-meter sprints have 2 in and out periods every 20 minutes. So I'm probably gonna do what I did last time, which is out in, and in out for the 8 meters. So I'm gonna quickly do some strides in these spikes, which you guys want to see, and then we're gonna get into the session. So we'll see that. So Wednesday session is done. Preliminary review of the session. I would say the 2 30-meter sprints were really good. The first 80-meter sprint was bad by my standards, and the final 80-meter sprint was amazing. I felt like I was flying. There's a lot to talk about and unpack for that final 80-meter specifically. So let's start off with my coach. I spoke to my coach. I was like, "Can you watch this one?" And he was like, "Sure." So he watched it and he was like, "I'm accelerating too quick, as in I'm not letting my body properly release all of the forces generating on every single step. I'm just rushing it." And then as I'm going through the in and out periods, I'm like trying to get to the next gear too quick, and he said that's pretty much resulted in me just looking like a bike in gear 1. My legs are moving really quick, but there isn't as much power as there could be. So in that regard, there's a lot to revise, considering the fact that that was probably the best run I've ever really had. What was good though was the fact that my coach told me the issue of last week is gone, which is we're no longer landing with my legs straight. It's actually landing slightly bent, hitting the ground, producing power. The method I employed to get that done was fast leg drills, doing it single leg at a time. You do the straight leg bound, and then like an A skip it in a sense. Everyone knows what a fast leg is. At the very least, if you go back to like my videos from last year or even this year probably, you would be seeing me doing some of this. Like at Bucks, I did it at Bucks, single leg and then double leg. But one day, a week ago, I was doing it just like practice, and I realized if I landed with my leg slightly bent, there'd be a bit more bounce. And when I did that, I was like, okay, this is probably how my coach wants me to sprint. So ever since, I've been trying to figure that out and put it into competition, well not competition, training, start to put it into competition. And I feel like it's been clicking since Monday, but it really clicked today. I figured it out. And then the final thing to unpack about the 80 meter was For the first 80 we did out in, but I feel like the 80 meter is more effective when I do in out, because I'm actually able to get to speed and hold something for the first 2 zones, and it teaches me to get up to speed and then hold the speed I have, which would be quite useful in competition, because I could get up to speed instead of pushing, hold it, and then readjust myself and try to push as hard as I can and see if we can get to a higher top speed. But regardless, I would say, like usual from the looks of things, Wednesday is easily my best and most favorite session of the week, and let's just hop straight into Thursday. We got 2 times 30, 3 minutes rest between reps, and 8 minutes rest between sets. 8%. Don't know what time that is. Should flash on the screen though. Let's do it. First rep is on like 30 seconds. I'm not sure if I actually showed it. People going away, but too slow. Trying to be doing 27. Even 27 is a bit fast, but 27, 28, too slow. So our coach has me doing 25s, which convert that to race pace, and that's like low 20, high 19s, which I'm not good enough to do yet. But you know, yeah, when coach gives you sessions, you don't argue, you just do. That's what I'm gonna do. Session is similar, but I'm tired. It's warming up. Different from normal. Usually we do 80, 120, 150, but we do ins and out periods. Today there's none of that. It's an all-out sprint, and we're doing it from the 200 meter mark to walk on the bend. Cristobal has got competition next week, and I actually don't mind doing some bend work because I don't get enough. So let's get straight into the session. For the one, I was trying to focus on getting more hip extension. It kind of worked, but I felt rocky. I didn't finish moves I normally do. I guess that makes sense. It's a new technique, but I was moving how I want to. So now we just need to have the same amount of extension whilst also having hip flexion, so we can keep it still at the front and see what happens. Final 150, and he told me I was looking good. So for the whole session, I was like trying to figure out how to get the hip extension with the hip flexion. So the hip extension is more than what I'm used to. It worked, but some of the steps I would feel like I was going to left to right, to left to right. I was like doing sort of like a bounding action. I was traveling, but there was more bounding than I really wanted. I wanted it to be more smooth, but I got it down by the first 150. Then I had it for the next 3 reps, the 80, 120 and 150 for the final set. So I was happy with how it ended. He told me that I told him that my start didn't feel smooth because the extension, I don't know how to transfer it from just the initial early acceleration to going on a bend, and he just says it's just because it's the bend. So I need to do like something on the straight to figure out how to do it on the straight. But for now, I now know how to move for the 200, and hopefully we can hold that. But what I like is the fact that when I get to the 150 point, I'm still powerful. Like I could give the next 50, final 50 to 200 without my effort. Probably, I don't know what I'm running, but I know whatever I'm running is the fastest ever.